Various media associations and journalists across the country have protested against the new Central Media Accreditation rules that was recently issued by the Press Information Bureau of India. These guidelines lay down the ground rules on issuing accreditation to journalists for accessing and reporting from the headquarters of the Government of India. Agitated by the new rules, many media bodies recently wrote a letter to the Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur requesting the immediate withdrawal of the PIB new accreditation guidelines. So why are journalists angry? What do the new accreditation guidelines contain? Let's unbreak the news. The guidelines titled the Central Media Accreditation Guidelines 2022 for the grant of accreditation to working journalists at the headquarters of the Government of India states that the publication should primarily carry content as news and or comments of general public interest, including news and information emanating from the headquarters of Government of India. The news associations have said that the government cannot emphasize on primary coverage of news emanating from the headquarters of Government of India. While journalism is meant to be an exercise to question the government in power, as the government in power is also the custodian of the taxpayers' money, emphasis on the words primarily carry content emanating from the headquarters of Government of India makes journalists more a mouthpiece of the government rather than the critical fourth estate that holds the power to account. The rule states that the publications containing information on specialized interest such as in-house journals, technical and professional publications are not eligible for accreditation. In the 2022 new accreditation rules, there are about 10 clauses that give room for suspension or withdrawal of the accreditation of an accredited journalist. It states that the accreditation of the journalist can be suspended or withdrawn if a journalist who has been granted access has been charged with serious cognizable offence. We are all well aware of how both during the time of the BJP and the Congress government, several charges were slammed against many journalists and some even faced arrest for not towing the government line, for exposing corruption, for uncovering truth in public interest. The journalist bodies now claim that this kind of a rule only makes truth and honest journalism difficult. Calling the latest rules vague, arbitrary and draconian, the Editors Guild of India stated that it is bizarre that merely being charged has been mentioned as a ground for cancellation of accreditation. Worse still, concerned journalists have not been given an opportunity to be heard. Since many days, the journalists in the national capital have been expressing their concerns over the delays in the renewal of PIB accreditation cards. The delay is being seen as a move to overtly or covertly prevent media persons from being kept informed of the government's viewpoints on news emanating from ministries. But the new rule states that if there is more than a 7-day delay from the journalist side in applying for renewal, the accreditation of the journalist can be cancelled. According to the rules, if the journalist does not apply for online renewal by specified date along with the procedural requirements, except under exceptional circumstances, his or her accreditation can be cancelled. Not just that, another rule notes that the accreditation of a journalist can be cancelled if the journalist acts in a manner which is prejudicial to the sovereignty and integrity of India, the security of the state, friendly relation with foreign states, public order, decency or morality, or in relation to contempt of court, defamation or incitement to an offence. The journalist bodies have claimed that in the name of national security, the government can brand any journalist as a threat to the security of the state. We have seen such instances in the past as well.
Violated the guidelines of Press Council of India and they nominated lopsided Media Accreditation, Central Media Accreditation Committee, CMAC. And that is a very controversial step of the government because most of those nominated are close to power politics. Most of them in the name of journalists. Government raised its proportion, nominated their people known to the power politics, known to the particular ideology.
For grant of accreditation cards to veteran journalists, the rules state that the journalist should have a publicly acclaimed distinguished career as a journalist. Many journalists now claim that these rules can easily be misinterpreted and misused.
It will give a chance to the government to be president, any government. It will give a handle to the government. You see, if the government feels any of our report is against public order, suppose, say, the rally is taking place, say, in Bihar, UP, or say, even in Maharashtra, anywhere, and if you write something and the government feels it is against public order, your accreditation can be suspended or withdrawn. That is not fair. We had a meeting in Press Club today. The way forward is the government should withdraw this present guideline, and they should go by the previous guideline, maintain status quo. And if the government wants to make any change, they can talk with the stakeholders, including the members of the CMSC. Then they should come out with a fresh guideline. It should not be unilateral.
The latest rules allow accreditation for digital news publishers, but it requires them to comply with the controversial IT rules of 2021. And for these online news publishers, only websites with 10 lakh to 50 lakh unique visitors per month for the last 6 months can get one person with an accreditation card. Websites with 50 lakhs to 1 crore unique visitors per month for the last 6 months can get 2 persons accredited. Websites with more than 1 crore unique visitors per month for the last 6 months can get 4 people accredited. Many digital news media organizations have stated that this kind of traffic expectation from the government is unreasonable and is meant at not opening the doors for digital media, but on the contrary, it results in barring the entry of many digital media organizations from accessing critical data and information emanating from government headquarters. India has seen a steady decline on the World Press Freedom Rankings. According to a report that was brought out by Reporters Without Borders, in 2021, India ranked 142 amongst 180 countries, slipping down from its 133rd position in 2016. This is Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur, who had earlier addressed the press during the National Press Day.
The National Press Day is a day to reflect upon the role of media and the press in raising the issues that matter to the citizens of India. The media is a watchdog and has a key role to play in the vibrant democracy of India. On this day, I call upon my friends from media to make all efforts to curb the menace of fake news and fake narratives. The Government of India, on its part, has taken measures like establishment of fact-check unit at Press Information Bureau, which has gained popularity. It is our collective responsibility to work against the fake news and fake narratives.
While the minister says that the media is the watchdog and has a key role to play in a vibrant democracy, the question is, how can this role be fulfilled when the doors of our democracy are shut on the fourth estate?